What's up guys, Maik Wiedenbach, New York City's best trainer. I'm talking about training, okay? So since the nutrition video was so well received, I decided to make one about training. Training is also terra incognita, like it's like there's so much information but no one knows what they should be doing. So when it comes to training, first things first. 1. You must train each muscle twice a week. Not once a week, that's bro science, twice, okay? So that dictates how you set up your week. If you can only train twice a week, you're doing 2 whole body workouts. If you have more time, you can do upper lower body, push, pull legs, and so on and so forth. That does also mean you don't need an arm day. Sorry to kill that one, okay? Number 2, each muscle has 3 positions, which is stretched, contracted, and mid-range, okay? I really don't have good biceps. So you must cover all those positions during the week, not within one workout necessarily, but let's say for, I'm making this up, your tricep, okay? So at some point, you should do something contracted, like kickbacks, and then something stretched, like an overhead extension. And then the mid-range could be like a California press or something like that, okay? So that has to be in there. If you're short on time, you can do all that in a mechanical drop set, but you can also find in my videos, okay? Then there is sets and reps and all that sort of thing. So there is train 10 minutes every 10 days and get huge if you buy my very expensive system, to train 2 hours a day. Who's right? So for most people, a workout should be somewhere like 14 to 20 sets, and we're keeping the reps between 8 and 12, okay? That should get most people to where they need to be, okay? Anything over is garbage yardage. Then the question is, should you train to failure? That's a good question, but you should not, okay? So failure, there's 2 ways to look at it. One is, hey bro, you gotta help me, I can't get this off my chest. That's complete muscular failure. And then there is, my form is beginning to go. That's what you want, and that's when you stop. If you train to complete failure, you risk an injury, and you're shooting your central nervous system to the point where you can't train more often, okay? Next point, frequency and tension build muscle. So going beast mode and hammering it all out is not gonna help you, okay? The more often you can train, the better you will look, okay? So reps we said between 8 and 15, meaning if 15 is really easy, you add a little bit of weight, and if you're dropping under 6, it's too heavy, okay? Most people have no business training in rep ranges of 5 and low because they don't have the fiber set up nor the joint set up to get anything out of that, okay? That's that. So now, let's get into what really matters when training. So you can do all these things, like, so you set yourself up training muscle twice a week, you're having the strength curve covered, you got your sets and reps down. If your execution is shit, your workout is shit, and you are shit. That's what Maik Wiedenbach was. So, the first thing you need is stability, okay? That means upper body exercises, your shoulder blades have to be down and locked, so that, let's say, you're doing a chest press or whatever, you're never rolling forward, okay? When you're doing biceps, you're never swinging. Stability is 1. Hips for the lower body, needless to say. Then you need proper activation. What does that mean? That means using the muscle that you want to train first, because the body doesn't get bodybuilding, it just gets survival. So it's like, I don't know, let's say you're doing a bicep curl. It's like, oh, Jimmy has a big weight, I have this really big muscle, I got an idea. He's doing a front raise, okay? Or if you're doing a side raise, it's like doing a shrug for you. That's not what you want. You must activate the muscle that you're trying to train first. Otherwise, the set is lost, okay? That's 2. Then there's execution. You must execute the rep all the way through. Meaning, doing chest flies, don't stop here when it gets hard. Bring them together, right? If your execution is crap, your entire workout is for naught, because you're just producing garbage, okay? And then if you do more sets because you're not growing, you're just producing more garbage. But you're not gonna get it. Execution is key, okay? Then there's tension. Tension also means that your high school coach was right. You can't lose the negative. So again, if you're curling and you're doing everything right here, but then let it plunge, okay? That's A, that's bad for the joints. And B, you break in the tension. So you never get to that 30, 40 seconds of tension. You're getting 2 seconds here and 2 here and 2 here, but never the proper growth impulse, okay? So those parameters need to be fulfilled at all times, okay? So, a lot of information, but if you get this down once, you'll be good to go. So let me recap. You must train each muscle twice a week. You must train the muscle in all 3 positions, stretched, contracted, mid-range. You also should have the sets from like 14 to 20-ish per workout, reps 8 to 12, give or take, okay? That's not set in stone, there can be variations, but no lower than 6. Most importantly, you must have stability, proper activation, proper execution, and tension. If you get all this together and apply this every workout, you'll be unstoppable. Right, guys? Maik out.